Hey everybody, this is Mandy from Chapel of Forge. If you've been following us for a while, you know that I made a video before about how to make applesauce. Super detailed. It's like a 30-minute video, and at the end, we wind up dumping everything to the chickens because we got sick, and I got 400 pounds of apples, and then we got, I don't know, a fluish type something, and everybody was down, and everything molded, and it was discouraging. It happens, whatever. We ate those apples as eggs. But I wanted to do a quick video to show you how I do applesauce. I get asked about this all the time because I don't peel my apples, I don't core them, I don't anything. So I want to show you what that process looks like. It's super quick. It is the easiest way to make applesauce. Okay. So I have 2 roasters here. I use these roasters all the time when we do tomato sauce or anything like that. So I literally, as you can see, there are cores, there are peels, there's stems, there's seeds, the whole deal. We just cut them up, put them, really I just cut them in half. Throw them in the roaster. I usually do these 2 roasters the night before we do applesauce. That way the next morning they're already nice and cooked down. And so I normally set those roasters to, one goes down to 150, one only goes down to 200, but that's fine. I put the first round, so we got 3 more bushels of apples last, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. They sat in the air conditioning for a while. They were fine. We had a couple that were sort of soft, but no big deal. They're getting cooked down to applesauce anyway. So I did half of it last night, and then we canned it today, and now I'm doing the second half today. So when I cut them and put them in there, I literally am just letting them get soft. So you could just let them in there for 4-ish hours, or whenever you start to see like the skins peel away from it, they start to look kind of soft, you know, whatever, that's what you're going for. You basically just need it soft enough to put through your food mill. So I put mine in last night. We wound up going for a bike ride today, and we had orthodontist and chiropractor and just a couple errands to run. So we actually didn't even do anything with them until it was a good 24 hours later, and they were fine. Obviously your goal is just to not burn them. You want to put some water in the bottom. I usually do 1 inch or 2 in the bottom. That seems fine, doesn't water it down or anything. So we're gonna let these cook down overnight. Tomorrow, I will show you how we run them through the food mill and then can it, and you will get beautiful applesauce with nothing in it, with like a quarter of the work as if you were peeling and coring and all that other stuff. Okay, so it's actually still nighttime, and I just decided to, hey, kick those roasters up a little bit and try to get this done because the baby's sleeping and it's only 12:45 at night, so I thought maybe I can just bang this out tonight. So I have my first round of applesauce back here that's already done. We're going to show you this process. So Bud is assembling the food mill. We have the Victoria strainer food mill. I have a video about how to do that. You can find that on our channel. I'll link it below. And so Bud's going to get our cooked apples in. So turn the light on. So here they are. You can see how they're kind of blistery. Starting to get a little brownish, which is fine. You don't want to get like brown, but like a little bit of tannish brownish is fine. So Bud is basically just going to load them in this bowl, and then he's going to put them through the food mill, and I'll show you how that works. All right, so Bud has our bowl here with our huge ladle that we love. We got the thrift store. He filled the hopper up. These are good and soft. You can see there's still peels, cores, stems, the whole deal. So he's going to put his splash guard, aka a bar mop, there because it does tend to kind of shoot. And we're gonna make a bunch of racket in the process. You wanna make sure you have a nice clean pot or bowl ready to catch the applesauce, and then this bowl will be to catch your scraps, so that's gonna come out of that hole. Your applesauce is gonna come down the chute. We then take the scraps and move them to a 5-gallon bucket or whatever to send to the chicken. All right, so it makes a really nice noise. You can see that Bud is cranking it counterclockwise. We actually wound up making an arrow because we could never remember. And you use your plunger in the hopper to just push it down. And here you can see we are getting beautiful applesauce. There's nothing in it, it's clean. Over here, you can see all the scraps are coming out. The skins, the seeds, the peels, skins and peels are the same thing. Anything you don't want in your applesauce is coming into this bowl, which is perfect. This applesauce is so pretty. And these are ginger gold apples. They're probably my favorite to make applesauce with. They're very readily available here in Lancaster County. We can always get them, usually starting in September. This year, I think we paid $19 a half bushel, which was pretty good. And they weren't really seconds, I wouldn't say. They were definitely more like firsts. All right, so Bud is going to finish both these roasters. So both roasters are full of apples. And then we'll move on to canning. It's just a basic water bath canning process. Okay, so I'm not gonna show you the whole water bath canning process because it's just like a normal process. There's nothing special about it. The ball book calls for 20 minutes in a boiling water bath canner. For pints or quarts, we always can our applesauce in quarts because we have 5 people and that just makes sense. That's great for a meal and maybe a little bit left over. So yeah, you're just going to, after you mill it, I mean, it's still hot because it came out of the roaster. So that's the beauty of this. I do put it in a stock pot and usually just keep the stove on low, but it is typically still hot. You probably want to bring it to a light boil. I try to be so cautious about that because applesauce is one of those things that burns very, very quickly if you're not paying attention. So once you get it all milled, you just put it in your stock pot, bring it to a boil, and then just load it into your jars and water bath it for 20 minutes and you have beautiful applesauce. And this process is so easy. Before, we used to take the spinny peeler or whatever. I think there's like one from Pampered Chef and some other brands. So the peeling is fine and all of that, but it was so time consuming. This is so quick. We literally have them, threw them in the roaster, let them cook down, not even cook down, just get soft. Put them in the food mill, ran it through the mill, canned it, like done. We do applesauce so quickly. So if you are looking for a quick way to do applesauce, this is the way to do it. The food mill, I'm thinking they're like $100. I'm not sure. This one is actually from my mother-in-law. I think she bought in like 1996 or 7, and the receipt is literally still in the box. It is super vintage, and back then she bought it for $27.95. Maybe it's not $100. It might, maybe it's only like 50 now. I don't remember, but you can usually get them at any kind of like general store type place that you might have. We have a store called Goods, which has every like canning thing imaginable. They carry it there. Obviously you can order it probably on Amazon or whatever. So that's what we use. I hope that you learned something from this. You can subscribe to our channel and learn a lot of other great tips about how to can and preserve your own food.